this is a video response to John from Tactical Gearhead. Well, actually, I guess it would be a video response to all of Tactical Gearhead, but I don't really see everyone all the time. Andreas occasionally. Nonetheless, Tactical Gearhead, great channel. Check them out here. Okay? And you can go there for some interesting content, fun reviews, John just having that super dry, arid dry sense of humor, which is hilarious, by the way. But nonetheless, so this is a video response. The premise: indicate your favorite YouTube channel and why, but it cannot be Tactical Gearhead because John is so selfless, okay? He didn't want to draw any attention to himself, and that's perfectly fine. But John, what you do is you ask a question that does not have an easy response. It's like saying, you know, which is your favorite child? I mean, come on. For those of us who have more than one, I mean, I only have two, but still, it's like asking me that question. Who's your favorite? You love them the same. That's a lie. Of course there's a favorite one. Will you ever tell them that? Of course not. Any self-respecting parent would never say that. But in your mind, you know that there is. So maybe that's what you're getting at. So when you do have those twins, okay, and your son that you have right now, eventually that question is going to come up and you better be willing to answer it honestly. Okay, so with that monologue out of the way, I'm going to give you who my favorite channel is. This is very, very tough because there's actually great channels that I follow that I don't even subscribe to. I know it sounds odd, but I just hate to knee-jerk response follow or subscribe because it consumes you. I mean, there's such great content that's out there that it's just difficult to try and, sorry to be flying over here. Look at that, going right in front of the lens. Excellent. Anyway, so it's really hard to just enjoy all of it and still have a life, you know, when one has work obligations, family obligations, and you kind of have your own things that you want to do, and you know, it's tough. So, okay, here it is, my favorite channel. Extremely tough decision, since I can't say Tactical Gearhead, and you know, I really shouldn't say Nothing Fancy, even though Nothing Fancy is amazing, because I tend to really, Nothing Fancy for me, in my opinion, is the measuring stick and the standard for everybody else. It's really hard because I think actually Nothing Fancy is like in a class of his own, and the whole TNP project, it's a class of their own. I mean, there's so much production that is involved that I definitely appreciate the technical aspect of that. But this is really dragging on much longer than it needs to, and these flies and bees keep coming over to me. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe you've cursed me, John. But no, I'm going to say, so Nothing Fancy, class of his own. Here's the curve, outlier, Nothing Fancy, right? I'm going to say probably my favorite channel, this is tough, Wrangler Barn. It's got to be Wrangler Barn. And it's really tough because there's so many great channels. I mean, Wrangler Barn, USNER Doc, Cutlery Lover, Such, and just really the people that I subscribe to are really just great content. But Wrangler Barn tends to probably be my favorite because he covers a wide range of subject matter, and a lot of it is in line with kind of my own appreciation. You know, I am not, I don't have an arsenal of weapons like he does, and many of the gun and tactical people that I do follow, I don't have that, but I appreciate the way that he explains a lot of the justification for his reviews. I also like his whole off-grid project. That's something I'm very much interested in. I mean, again, another area that I'm not necessarily, I don't have property that my family and I are going to be moving to anytime soon. But it's good to learn and see people go through a process and get to somewhere that eventually you would like to get to. So that I appreciate. The fact that he does a lot of these different just extreme sports really is just something that again, I'm also fond of. He has a young son, so anytime that he mentions things that are useful for kids, entertainment, and things like that, I'm all about that because I have young kids, and we're not a family that just parks them in front of the TV and there you go. And we like to be active with them, and if I could see what other parents are doing, and we share similar parenting style in that aspect, then that's great for me, and obviously for my kids. So that part is good. Just some of his practical advice and ways of mentioning certain things that he does really are just in line with a lot of my whole belief system. So that is it. I would say Wrangler Barn probably is a really great channel that for this video response. That's my final answer, John. Okay, so thanks for the contest. Hopefully you do get a lot more traffic and subscriptions to your site based on this contest alone. And good luck to everybody who enters. And I'm anxious to see what other people are saying. And that's all I have to say. All right. Thanks, John. Everyone in Tactical Gearhead and anybody else watching. Take care, guys.